Aloha and welcome to the June Jones Show. Liz is on assignment in Louisiana. She'll join us in just a moment. But first, talk about a great escape from Ruston. The Warriors were picked to roll. 28-point favorites over the Bulldogs. Instead, they were pushed to the brink. Suddenly, their dream season hung in the balance. The Heisman hopes, the perfect record, the BCS talk, all of that could disappear just like that if Hawaii could not rally on the road. So rally they did, thanks in part to a couple of unlikely heroes. Here's what's on tap tonight, brought to you by Bud Light. Always worth it. We'll go to Ruston for a recap of Saturday's thrilling overtime win over Louisiana Tech. Liz caught up with JJ right after the game to get his thoughts on the victory and the upcoming battle at UNLV. We'll go under the helmet with the Warriors defensive coordinator, Greg McMackin, whose quiet intensity actually has people talking about that other side of the football. But first, who would have thought that with 3 minutes left in the game, the Warriors would find themselves on the losing end of the scoreboard? Well, that's exactly what happened, and that's just where the craziness begins. Liz joins us now from Louisiana with tonight's opening drive.
10, 5, touchdown!
Relief and a 45-44 win are what Hawaii came away with after the final play versus La Tech, thanks to a broken-up pass by Gerard Lewis in overtime.
I just had the flash. I had everything outside, and they threw the ball outside on me. But we always talk about finishing the games on the road, and we finished it.
How UH started the game was an early concern. Before the opening kickoff, for the first time, Hawaii was penalized for doing the haka. Then La Tech opened things up with a 14-0 lead off 2 TD runs by Patrick Jackson, who finished with 104 yards rushing. The Warriors, on the other hand, had their hands full with the Bulldogs' heavy blitz.
We had a couple glitches up front with the line, a couple receivers running the wrong routes, but once we got comfortable, we settled down, everything was just, going one after another. Everything was in sync, and everybody was just moving on the right path.
After being down 21-14 at halftime, Hawaii got back on track. The Warriors' first passing TD, the 100th of Colt Brennan's career, gave them their first lead in the third. But there would be 6 more lead changes after that.
And that's exactly how this season go. It's going to be times, this probably not going to be the only game we're going to be down, but it's this thing is how we get back up, how we pick each other up. And, that just shows the love for this team. It's crazy right now.
It was a wild ride for Dan Kelly as well. He was 0 for 2 for field goals until he nailed a 49-yarder to tie things up at 38 with less than 2 minutes to play.
Really, I've screwed up more times than I succeeded. I can tell you that much right now. So it wasn't a matter of me, okay, I got to make this to redeem myself. It's just I got to do my job to put our team in the best situation to win. Everyone's like, oh, you saved our season. I was like, no, I just did my job.
Brennan had the numbers of a job well done with 548 yards passing, including 4 TDs. But it was 2 quick strikes to get Hawaii in the end zone in OT that really counted for him.
It's just going to build so much character. It's a good lesson on how to prepare and travel. But like I said, we saw Michigan in this position not too long ago. We've seen a lot of teams in this position. And for us to come and just keep fighting and keep pushing, and Boise won 4 of these games last year down to the wire, and we're going to have to win a couple ourselves, and that's what it's all about, and I'm glad we stepped up and got the win.
While Boise State's perfect season ended at Washington on Saturday, Hawaii's hopes of an undefeated year are still intact because of that busted 2-point conversion. What were your thoughts on the sidelines as you decided that this is where the game's going to be either won or lost?
Well, I didn't want to get in a scoring fest, and I felt like it was the right thing to do, and we had a little miscommunication on the play, and we didn't execute.
Hawaii's defense, while giving up 410 yards, welcomed the challenge of being the deciding factor in the final seconds.
We invite any opportunity to get on the field. We would have been fine with a blowout, playing better defense early on. But since it turned out the way it did, the only thing we could control is our effort, our attitude, and our actions.
Hawaii now heads to UNLV looking for its 5th straight road win dating back to last season.
Thanks, Liz. As we take a look inside the numbers, brought to you by the University of Hawaii Federal Credit Union, both teams combined for more than 1,000 yards of total offense. Colt Brennan passed for at least 400 yards in his 12th straight game. After allowing only 50 yards on the ground a week ago to Northern Colorado, the Bulldogs chewed up 223 on Saturday. And another key stat, Louisiana Tech capitalized on 3 Hawaii turnovers and turned them into 21 points.